University of Ireland has made news with their newest degree program that they're offering. It's the Southeast Technical University in Carlow. And starting in November, they're going to be accepting applications for the Bachelor of Arts in Content Creation and Social Media. That's going to start in September of next year, though. But they're going to start taking applications now. So you too can have a degree as an influencer. And if you're interested, this is what's going on. Influence is now one of the most desired career paths for both children and adults. A Morning Consult poll found that 54% of Americans aged 13 to 38 will become an influencer if given the chance. While a Harris poll study of 3,000 kids found that in both the US and the UK, if choosing between a teacher, professional athlete, musician, and astronaut, or a YouTuber, 30% ranked YouTuber as their top choice. Cool. A little bit more. What can you do with this degree? Dr. O'Leary of the University of Ireland said graduates of the course will be equipped to either work for themselves as a self-employed influencer or in creating content for a company or organization. Dr. O'Leary said that while sometimes people can become influencers almost by accident, the course would aim to educate students on how to maintain an audience and how to work with business to monetize it. Let's take a glance at some of the courses that they would be offering over a 3-year period. In order to get your Bachelor of Arts in Content Creation and Social Media, you can skim through that a little bit if you'd like. But one of the things that sticks out is once you're in year 3, then you go to data journalism, radio broadcasting, and journalism as well. And at the beginning, you have to, one of my favorite ones is there was one on not being canceled in here somewhere, but there's also some courses on how to make sure you're not canceled and make sure that you're not crossing these lines over. But there's one other part here, because the degree program at the university would cost non-EU students $11,000 annually. But if you don't want to go to Ireland, there's other ones that are doing it as well too. An Ohio Community College also offers a 2-semester media influencer certificate, and there are several degrees in digital marketing and social media in the UK. And Arizona State University, they also offer an online Bachelor of Science in Technical Communication, Social Media Management degree as well too. Ray, there's folks who are professionals in this already.
Yeah.
And it had to come from just organically learning about it, the hits and misses of it. I'm trying to remember her name because I met her at this event I did in Orlando where all these influencers were there, and children I heard outside the hotel were screaming their asses off because I was around apparently online royalty. One of the people that was there was one Hassan Piker. I think he was one of the folks that they were losing their minds over. But one of the folks I met there, she's now doing this thing where she's offering consulting services to help people learn how to do just this. So there's plenty of professionals in the field. They just don't have a degree. I hope this doesn't start pushing out folks who knew this before it became a course.
Like I can't, crap on this because I went to law school to become an influencer. So, I went $100,000 in student loan debt to become an influencer. And that did happen honestly by accident. I won a contest. That's how I got my job here. And it spiraled into something wonderful.
You mentioned me and that's all it took. I was like, we gotta have her. We gotta have her.
But so, it does happen organically. It does happen randomly. But I mean, so much of this course, this degree program seems geared towards corporate social media influencing, which is huge. I mean, if you go on Indeed right now, if you go on, LinkedIn, almost every job is for social media, correspondent, social media director, social media, ambassador, whatever it may be for these corporations, because they're trying to meet people where they at, for better, for worse, when it comes to these corporations. And the people are online. I'm sorry, especially young people, outreaching to young people. It makes sense to have a degree program like this because a lot of degree programs that, are for media courses are sort of rooted in forms of media that are not archaic, but they're outdated now. And especially journalism programs nowadays, the main criticism I hear from people coming out of journalism school is that they are teaching you antiquated, techniques for journalism. They're teaching you practices that are no longer employed. And so, I think having a program, obviously if you get this degree, you're not going to be guaranteed to become Jake Paul or something, but it would be, it's helpful career-wise for, numerous other industries. I mean, every fast food restaurant is trying to become Wendy's on Twitter, right? Everyone's trying to have some person on their staff who knows how to tap into trends and, bring their brand into that trend. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
And it pays because that brings in money for folks. So whenever something starts organic, which of course people talking on the internet or influencing was an organic thing, as they pointed out, and it becomes a standard thing, you will always find the people with the most money will find their way to that to go and exploit it as well too. So there's an opportunity to then have that as being assistant in it. So the organic nature of the internet is gone. It's been gone for a long time. So every prank video you watch, I think you guys already know, 98% of them are not prank videos. They're set up. You talked about the how archaic some things are. This just reminded me because I was watching David Muir last night. He's an ABC News anchor. He's like the standard. He's like the Peter Jennings of today, right? Or the Walter Cronkite from back in the 60s, whatever. The nature in which television news is done, no lie, this guy talked for 30 seconds. He's introducing a story. And he has this very good voice. And he sat like this and his hands were this the whole time. And then when he went to the intro, he went like that. And I was like, he's a robot. But when it comes to online stuff, YouTubers or influencers and things like that, it's actually detrimental to be that robotic. You have to be a little more loose and natural and connect with folks. I'm not sure how much that's teaching of that, but there's two different kinds of ways to I guess connect to audiences, and it's changing. And the same people who employ David Muir are also employing people who are trying to push their Twitter accounts and their Facebooks and all that stuff too. So it's everywhere, and now it's gonna feel exactly like TV news. That's the downside.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.